Who am I? I am an Army brat. I was born in Jacksonville, Florida in 1992, where both of my parents grew up. Soon after I was born, my dad joined the Army, and me and my parents were moved to Kentucky, where my brother was born. We also moved to Germany, Washington, D.C., Virginia, and finally ended up here in Georgia in 2005. Growing up, I went to 9 different schools and lived in 11 different houses. This allowed me to experience my young life a little differently from my friends. I was able to see feet of snow, tour through castles and the world's best museums. I have friends from all over the country, and it was very hard to move every time, but I wouldn't change it. My dad retired a few years ago in 2013, so we've been here in Georgia ever since. I'm so grateful for ending up here because it put me in the right place at the right time. I am a student. After graduating high school, I went to college at CSU for a year and hated it. I decided to do what I loved, so I moved back to where I was born in Florida so I could attend Paul Mitchell, the school. It felt good to move again after having lived in one place for so long and had new friends and new experiences. It's scary doing something new all by yourself for the first time, but in hindsight, nothing really beats living alone. It took me a year to finish the 1,500 hours to graduate with honors and became a master cosmetologist. After completing school, I moved back home to Georgia with my parents, where I took and passed my exams in cosmetology and looked for work. I found a great job at a hair salon and moved in with a couple of my friends. I am a wife. In my free time, I indulged in my one vice: expensive coffee. I sat in Starbucks reading a new book every few days, drinking all the hazelnut mochas I could afford. And I'm so glad I did, because this is where one day a guy would see me, eventually meet me, and finally, 14 months later, ask me to marry him. Our wedding was last November. It was beautiful. I've, funnily enough, now gone from Army brat to Army wife. So now I'm faced with being moved around again. This time I'm not so sad to be leaving behind my friends because I get to have my best friend with me wherever I go. We will still continue to include rice in every meal, get way too far behind in the laundry, rescue kittens from outside and keep a few, and go to Starbucks at least 5 days a week. I'll always be all of these things and all of these people, but still, I can't wait to see what I'll be next.